How much knowledge do we have?
How do you know when you're
how
to reef?
How do we know, when do you master reefing? What's going on, my fellow reefers? March here, another episode of Fragbox TV. This is Jay, by the way, if you haven't met Jay. Hello, Jay. Jay's our newest staff member here at Fragbox. So while we're working throughout the day, we are often talking to each other because it's a small store and we have some great and funny and interesting conversations. And hold on, you know what? My ADHD is very strong today. So number one, new inverts. New inverts just came in. I got to cover those. But before I get to that, I forgot corals. I was dipping over here. This is a common thing for me to do. I really need to set timers, and I'm confident other people out there have done it. Actually, I left a zoa once overnight, 24 hours, a zoanthid colony in a dip, came back the next day, and the thing survived. These probably would not survive. So these are some pipe organ, a nice colony of dragon soul torch. So this is like a $400 or $500 coral, golden cyphastria. So let me just take these out of the dip, and then I can continue ranting about what I'm about to talk about. Okay, I just added them here to the tank. I'm going to do an update on this one pretty soon, fairly soon. If you've been following the channel, you know that this tank bombed. It used to look amazing. It's coming back to life slowly. What did you just ask me? Achilles what?
We should get an Achilles for the store.
Tia asked me how much is an Achilles Tang wholesale. Wholesale fish are quite inexpensive. We don't sell too many fish. We just do captive bred fish, and they're a little bit more expensive. Wild fish, if I show you the price list, I could probably pull it up. We should just set up a camera in here and people can just come in and out and live stream Fragbox all day. Yeah, we'll do like a couple microphones, couple cameras in the corner. No, then I don't even have to update. Then we don't have to do anything. We're just live streaming the whole time. Hey, what's going on? Mr. FedEx is here picking up our orders for the day. If you are here in Canada, we do ship corals right across the country from Toronto right to your door. Sadly, we cannot ship to the US. I've said that 100 times. I'm going to keep saying it. One day, hopefully that'll change. It probably won't. So, yeah, we should do that. Live stream just constantly, 24/7. Huh? You don't want them to watch you?
Not doing stupid stuff.
No, yeah, we do stupid stuff. That's part of today's discussion. When have you mastered reef keeping? Jonathan was just asking me, not asking, he said that, what did he say? He says that he feels like a lot of people that come into the store have a lot of reefing knowledge. And I said, I am going to respectfully disagree with that statement. And I'm not saying that our customers don't have a lot of reefing knowledge, but what, vast majority of them? No, lot.
Even us, like everyone is always learning.
We're always learning, but a vast majority of people that are coming in here are new to the hobby. I would say under 1 year. We get people every single day of the week coming in looking for information how to start their first saltwater tank. Someone this afternoon, right, just picked up their first. This is our most common size right here. This is the Fluval Evo, 13.5 gallon. Love, love, love this tank. We talk about it in so many of our videos. But yeah, I don't think that's true. A lot of the customers coming in, very little reefing knowledge. We are here to kind of guide you and show you the way how to properly set up a tank, how to cycle it, when and how to add live animals, fish, corals, invertebrates, which ones to add, which ones are safe, the best lights, the best pumps, best equipment all around, how to water change, control nitrates, test your water, keep salinity in check, feed your corals, feed your fish, frag them. That's what we do here. It's a lot of teaching, and I think compared to other sort of retail businesses, store's a mess right now. Sorry, a lot going on right now. We just got a bunch of stuff came in. We're cleaning racks. I think compared to a lot of stores, it's a really big learning experience. So a lot of people come in here just to learn about setting stuff like this up. They're not necessarily buying something. There's a lot of research missions, and we invite you to come in. If you're here local in Toronto, you've ever thought about setting one of these, come on by. We're very friendly staff. Come have a coffee on us. We'll show to you, that's not how you speak English. We'll show you how to set one of these up. It's really what we love to do. Very passionate. But in terms of reefing knowledge, I was saying to Jay, I think we have pretty good experience here. How many years in the hobby, Tia?
Like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Tia was actually a customer here first. Came in
for like 2 days.
2 days, yeah. She came in to pick up an order she placed online. And at the time it was just myself and Elaine, and I think we were one more. It was just me and Elaine. Elaine, the OG. If you guys have been here long enough, you remember Elaine. Treasured part of our Fragbox history here. I couldn't have run this without her. And for whatever reason, we just clicked. And then, what did I say? Come drop off a resume or something?
Yeah.
That's it. It was like, yo, we're looking for help. You're cool. Come leave a resume. She thought I was kidding. Came to work on a Saturday, and then what happened? I think the next day you're like, yo, should I quit my job and come work here?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, do it, quit. And she's like, are you kidding? Because I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna come work at Fragbox. I'm like, absolutely, we need you on board. And that's how it happened. 8 years. How many years reef keeping experience? Yeah.
Like from 10, 15 years.
10, 15 years. Yeah, long time. I'm around the same, close to 15 years. So yeah, I'm just telling our YouTubers, I think we have a good amount of knowledge in the store. Yeah, not trying to flex, not trying to be like we know a lot. We're still learning. Obviously, if you watch the series, I'm learning every day. I learn how to kill corals in new and creative ways every week. Every time I think, you know what, I'm done. I'm very creative. I will find a new way to melt my favorite Zoa in a way you couldn't even imagine. And every time I do that, I'm going to share it with you guys. I think about, my estimate was maybe 10 to 15% of our customers have more knowledge than us. And we always ask our customers that come through the door. So if you've ever been here, you'll notice if you're a new customer, we kind of have these 3 questions that we first ask you when you come in. Okay, hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? How long have you been in the hobby? How big is the tank? And what kind of lights do you have? Those are kind of our 3 kind of questions to get to know you. Oh yeah, we're going to cover this in a second. Yeah, this is going to be its own video because this thing's disgusting. Oh boy, Tia found this at home. We're going to cover that.
Dip your corals.
Why you should dip your corals. Yeah, that's a very, very important part of the hobby. Why do we ask those 3 questions? How big is the tank? How long you been in it? What type of lights? You know, if someone says, I don't know what type of lights I have, it's a very different sort of customer than says, I'm running 10 Radion XR30 G5 Pros. I have a 5-gallon tank or I have a 500-gallon tank. I've been doing this for 5 weeks. I've been reef keeping for 25 years. Very different sort of customer. And then we're gonna have a very different sort of interaction. I like to ask a ton of questions. So when I know someone's been in this for a long time, somebody here like Ron, I don't know if you watch the channel, Ron's out there. He's been in the hobby a very, very long time, like 40 something years. I love talking to this guy because he just always has the coolest and most amazing stories, and I learned something from him. There's a lot of customers out there, they've been doing this 20, 25, 30 years. Dane, I think you watch the channel. I'm not sure if you watch your channel. He farms corals here locally. If I need help, Dane is one of the people I'm going to call. Richie Rich, Patrick over at Art W. Like, we have a good amount of knowledge. There's always someone out there that can teach you and learn more. So if you're new to the hobby, try and find a mentor, somebody locally, somebody you connect with. That's why we're doing this event that's coming up, the Reefers. We're doing like an after hours sort of event here at the store. Oh, one more side note. You see this tank? Really empty right now. What's going on, Fragbox? It is getting a deep clean. So what we're going to do is scrub the bottom completely shortly with a razor blade. And we took out all of our racks over here. It's actually a huge pain in the ass because they get covered with coralline completely. Hey, thank you, man. Take it easy. We couldn't do this without you. Love FedEx. Okay, so we do clean them in this muriatic acid, and then they come out all nice and sparkly. I should have recorded this before because everything just gets caked on with this purple coralline that everybody wants to grow. It's actually really, really annoying. I want to swear, but I'm convinced that YouTube will demonetize. And I think a few of you have asked to keep it PG friendly. Some of you watch it with your family. So I avoid swearing on the channel. But if there was one time I was going to swear, it would be right now. It would be about that tank crashing, that F word sucked, that was really bad. And coralline drives me nuts because it means we have to do all this extra work to clean it. And you also have to dose. Well, you don't have to, but it's consuming calcium just inherently from its structure. It's a calcium-based sort of algae. It looks really cool, but we're dosing calcium just to sustain this. It does clog all the pumps. It does screw up our little number system, and it does take almost a day to properly clean this. So maybe I'll cover that in the next video. It's gonna come out super nice and shiny and black, and the corals are just gonna they're just going to glow. It's going to look more like this. This one was cleaned relatively recently. As you can see the bottom, it's starting to get some detritus again, but the numbers are still nice and shiny, and it just looks way, way better than something like this. So that's something we like to do in the store, keep the store clean. I think presentation, very, very important, and I'm kind of, yeah, it's kind of a mess in here. I'm talking about presentation, and we got boxes everywhere, but in general, we try to keep it clean in here. I think that kind of adds to sort of the experience, and it shows that myself as an owner, as a business owner, I really do care, and so do the staff. We try and clean up, and we have kind of places where we put stuff and just keep it nice and tidy, and hopefully that helps with the shopping experience. But anyways, gonna get super clean, and they're gonna come very, very late Thursday night, basically Friday morning. March does not get to sleep, so you may not see me if you come in Friday. Not everything will be priced out. We kind of have to see, you know, what's ready there. If you're curious, because I know a lot of you are very curious people, otherwise you may not be in the reefing hobby. Let me show you the order list over here. Where's my list? I had a list. The ADHD is strong today. No, that's not it. One sec. Aha! This one right over here. This is what it kind of looks like when we get stuff from overseas. So if you want just like a quick analysis of what's coming in, it's a lot of coral. We got a lot of stuff coming in. There's blastomusas, some clams, Cynaria, Cyphastria, Echinophilia, which are chalice corals, Glabarensis, which are the Euphilia glabarensis, which is torch. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the Latin names. Over here it says the regular names, different colors, ultra, branching, this, that. What you see is what you get, Fabi. A lot of different stuff. Let me see if I can show you, if I feel comfortable showing you the total. You want to know what corals cost? One second. Let me get in there. I think it might be on the last page, just so you can get an idea. Corals are actually not the most expensive. It's shipping. Shipping kills us because we live far from our suppliers. So you can see here, coral cost, $5,700. Shipping. Look at the shipping. That's in thousands of US dollars. So it's quite expensive to bring in a shipment. So when this thing's going to come in, shipping almost three times the cost. That's reflected in the coral prices. But so quite expensive. There's more fees on top of that. Got to go out, rent a van, pay the taxes coming into Canada. I can do maybe another video if you guys want to see kind of the more back end stuff like that. Obviously, you know, I'm not trying to create competition. I'm not going to show you suppliers. I'm not going to show you the nitty gritty of it. But you know, general stuff like that. If you're interested in seeing it, how the back end works, you know, how business like this operates. I pray before the stuff comes. I pray, because if it doesn't get here good, we do not get reimbursed by our suppliers. They will cover some of the coral costs, but as you can see, most of it is the shipping. We ain't getting anything back on shipping. So I grab my Bible and I sit down and I pray right before I go to the airport and pick it up. No, that's not what I do. I usually just pour a glass of scotch and hope for the best. Some Johnny Walker. But that's going to come tomorrow. If you want to see the new corals, come in Saturday. I'm going to do one of those videos where I walk through and show you all the nice and new stuff, because you guys seem to enjoy that stuff. I started doing those just for fun because it looks so cool to see a tank just packed with new corals. But it ended up being pretty good marketing tool. Not on purpose. It's just I didn't really think about that. But you can sit at home, see all the new stuff we got in, and then, you know, come over to the store if it's worth the trip for you, or order stuff online. And if you ever see like stuff in the videos that's not necessarily on the site, just hit us up. Like somebody recently, Melissa, I know you saw that really cool, the what was it? What did we send you? Blue Nephthia. And the anemone too. Yeah, it's just stuff that you kind of saw in the video, wasn't necessarily on the site, like this one here. Sorry, I am going to keep this one, so I don't mean to tease you with it. But if you do see something in the video, yeah, just hit us up. Maybe it's for sale, like this massive Blastomusa merletti colony that's trying to find a good home. Thing is like the size of a large cantaloupe. It needs a big tank, I would say 100 gallons, maybe bigger. It's kind of a weird species. I'll just zoom out so you can kind of get an idea of how big it is. I think someone's coming to pick up this rock that you saw in the video. Some of the larger pieces like that. Ooh, yeah, why don't we sell these? The Photosynthetic Gorgonians, yeah, mounted to rock. And they're really nice. They're happy. They're out. I think they call them purple whip. They're from Florida. They're big too. So I don't have the biggest hands, but you can see there, I don't know, 8 inches, 10 inches. Yeah, big pieces. So it needs a bigger tank. If you ever see stuff like that in the video that you're interested in, we can't really ship these bigger ones. They're really tricky to get in a box and ship out. I know that's kind of redundant because they obviously get shipped here. Oh, something else I just figured out. I didn't realize these corals that are coming are in transit way longer than I thought, because one of our suppliers messaged me. He's like, yo, March, do you want any of these before we finish up packing up your order? That was on Monday. Today, we don't get it till Thursday night. So I always thought that it was in transit like 2 days. It's much longer. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday-ish morning. It's closer to 4 days in transit before it comes in. So I guess it's just a testament to how hardy they are, but also how well our suppliers are packaging the corals. I think that's it. That was a very long-winded topic. Almost ended up being more vlog style. Just wanted to talk about reefing knowledge. Nobody ever masters this hobby. I'm telling you, it's a never-ending learning experience, good and bad. and fun and exciting and expensive. And what else can I say? No one masters it. The longer you do it, the more you learn. I think what do you learn? I don't know. What am I saying? Keeps changing. Yeah, it's changed so. That would be a good video. Would be kind of like, I think I would probably do that one a little bit more prepared. Actually grab a pen and paper like a normal person, maybe script it out and talk about the history of the hobby from my experience, from how I've seen it change as a hobbyist, as a business owner up here in Canada over 15 years. The equipment has really changed. There was none of these gizmos and gadgets when I started. Very basic. You plug stuff in a power bar and you threw on a timer on the ones that you needed and you hope for the best. There were no LEDs. Let me tell you, there were no LEDs. This wasn't here. None of this existed. There was no Ecotech, there was no AI, there was no Neptune, there was no Kessel, there was half the store. Very few brands were around when I started. Tunzi, we don't carry too much Tunzi anymore, but this was huge when it came to pumps. This was their Turbell pump, the NanoStream, and not NanoStream, but the Turbell Stream pumps. This is what the MP40s are today. The industry's completely changed in terms of hardware. I think for the better. Like, it's getting much easier to keep one of these in your homes. And yeah, that's worth talking, I think, in an entire other video. That's your little appetizer, your synopsis for that one that's going to come. I have a long list of videos right now that I want to do, so I'm trying to decide which one to do in order of like which one makes the most sense. So new corals coming, let's do that video, and then, you know, kind of in between I'll do product review ones and stuff like that. But always hit us up, because some of the best videos that I've at least performed on YouTube came from ideas from you guys, from the reefers. And same thing goes for reefing knowledge. A lot of what I know today I learned from customers. Customers have taught me so much about how to keep reef tanks, but also how to run a business. Customer feedback, very important for us. Customer service, very important for us. So we always appreciate good and bad feedback. If there's somewhere we can improve on, let us know. Some of the best, just absolutely business changing ideas like of all time that we've had have come from the ground up, have come from the customers, have come from the staff. So we are always open to any sort of feedback, both positive and negative and neutral, whatever that means. I think we'll wrap this one up. Yeah, is that a wrap, guys? You're gonna give me a wrap? Everyone, this is Jay. If you come by the store, make him feel welcome, the newest member of our reefing familia here. But that's it. Thanks for watching this episode of Fragbox TV.